Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa. Welcome to Transfer Hub, your home of Aston Villa's transfer news, links, rumours, noise, incomings, murmurings, you name it, you'll find it. Monchi radio interviews, that's what you will find on Transfer Hub. So, welcome to the show. If you are new, make sure you are subscribing. Get on the journey with us, building towards pre-season and signing a player. And we want to have some likes, so let's have the like target at. This will be a big one. This will get the opinions going. So let's try and go for 1,000, and offer your thoughts in the comment section down below. It is an opinion piece, and I really want to do this opinion piece to gauge the interest of how Villa fans are feeling regarding Jack Grealish and his move away from Manchester City this summer. He looks like he's going to be leaving. He's left out the last game of the season, left out a Club World Cup. He's surplus to requirements at Manchester City, and he will be leaving. So where does he go? And the question is it Aston Villa? And I think the best way we can gauge this is in the comments section. Let's have your thoughts and then have Grealish in or Grealish out as a hashtag. So hashtag him in or hashtag him out, and then give your thoughts. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through the for and the against of having Jack Grealish back at Aston Villa. But before we do, the reason why I'm doing this episode as well is because I feel like it's now or never. I feel like it's now or never. If he's going to come back, then this has to be the time that he does come back, because you look at his age and you think of, okay, his age, and if he comes back in 3, 4, 5 years' time, you know, he's mid-30s, and what use is he to us there? You know, Ashley Young, okay, he did a job, brilliant, but right back, it's a different sort of position. So it feels now or never. Like, if he's going to come back, it has to be now. And so we're going to run through it then. So I think overall, I think Villa fans are allowed to take a look at Grealish's career at Manchester City in a different way that other people can. Because we have seen Jack Grealish at Aston Villa. We have seen a version of Jack Grealish compared to a version at Manchester City. So if we're looking at Grealish from afar, has it been a success? Partly. I think it partly has been a success. I think the success has been the trophies, the accolades. I think it's always going to be there. He's won a treble. He's won the league. He's won pretty much everything there is to win. So as a player, that's brilliant. But I actually still feel like he would feel that it's not all smelling red roses and it's been brilliant, because I think he went for a, not a legacy. Yeah, kind of a legacy. He went to fulfill a legacy of becoming a certain footballer. And I don't think he's become the legacy player. And I'm talking superstar, Ballon d'Or level, you know, best player in the Premier League, goals and assists. He's not been that player, has he? And I think we're now starting to see that Pepper's lost trust, lost faith, given up on him. And I think as a Villa fan, and look, I'll hold my hands up here, like, you may have a completely different opinion, and that's fine. But I don't feel sorry for him. But it kind of does make me feel a little bit like, really, it hurt when he left. It really hurt when it left. And it's probably one of the lowest parts of my Villa, supporting Villa, was Grealish leaving. To see him now just head down, not happy. Look at the thumbnail. The thumbnail's Jack Grealish right now. It does kind of, in my heart, make me feel like, Jack, come on, like, let's just rekindle. Let's rekindle and grow. And it does make me feel a bit like some people have completely washed their hands with him, and that's fine. And that's, you can choose to support and choose to look at a player however you want to look. But this is the way I look at him. I think, yeah, you've gone for 100 million. You've left Villa. You've won everything, like whatever. But still, deep down, I'm a little bit like, I've got a bit of love for him still, like as a player and just for everything. So that's basically how I feel. So for me, he's done brilliant, but not fulfilled anything near what I probably expected him to do at Manchester City. So we're going to run through my for and my against. My for is the age. I think it's perfect timing. And it's going to be like we're at the beach here, guys. We've got our flip-flops on. I'm going to be flip-flopping around, contradicting slightly, because I think sometimes the two can contradict each other. So the first one is age. Brilliant. Still got a lot more to give. And I think it's, like I say, now or never, perfect time. If it's a loan deal, brilliant. A fee, probably not. So age-wise, it's good. The against, like I say, it's now or never. The value in him is now. The against is in 4 or 5 years' time, we might not be in a position to get him. We might not need him. The next area and the next four is the actual position that is free at Villa. That left-hand side is still unoccupied. And I feel like it would be a perfect position for him. Just absolutely perfect. Left-hand side, get forward, tactically do some defensive stuff. And that buys into the next part of like Unai Emery and the coaching and reinvent yourself and reinvent Grealish. I think that can be a big motivation for Grealish to get back on track, enjoy his football, and become a little bit more free. And I think the next move would be important. Next up is motivation, and I've got a for and against. Now, we'll go with the for first. Motivation for Villa, Europa League, come back, win us a trophy, play in Europe with Aston Villa. Your motivation right there. Fire us back into the Champions League. Absolutely brilliant. Motivation against, he's won it all. How can you inspire a player that's won it all? And that's why I feel like the Villa move could be really good for him, because the motivation there as a fan will always be there. You know, his next move is important. Like, where does he go? Does he hit the ground running straight away? Next up, we've got against, what is Grealish? What are you getting with Grealish? That would be the against. Has what he had at Villa evaporated? We don't know, because we don't see that type of Grealish. And the other important thing about the against of having him back would be the actual goal involvements, the numbers. You know, and this goes into like the numbers of what he's produced there are really bad. Like the numbers are bad. His whole Manchester City career in the Premier League, he's had 24 goal involvements in five years, 5 seasons. 24 goal involvements. Morgan Rogers has had 22 goal involvements in a year and a half. The output, the numbers, it's tragic. So it's what, like I'm saying, what are you getting from having him back? And it's going to need coaching, and it's going to need like a rebirth. And can we do it? Unai Emery, I think, could be the coach to do it. The traits that Grealish has, which would suit Villa: ball carrier. Emery loves a ball carrier. Absolutely loves ball carriers. The tactical, I think Grealish got it second season under Pep when he won the Champions League. And he was tactical, holding the ball, brilliant for the system. You know, that Grealish, I thought, was really good for City, because he did help unlock a lot of things. He kept hold of the ball for him. So there's two in and throwing, and another a plus for him coming would be to get back in the England squad. He's in and out of it at the minute. He's not structurally there within the whole camp. So I think, again, we've shown that we're a club that can get players back in Europe, etc., and back in England set up. We've got Watkins, Konsa, Rodgers. So that's brilliant as well. And I also feel like a plus for him coming to Villa would be that Manchester City aren't technically selling to a big six. Not going to Liverpool, not going to Chelsea, not going to Spurs, not going to United. City would probably feel quite comfortable with him going back to Villa because, yes, we are a threat to Man City because we are competing in and around them. But I don't think they look at it and go, wow, Villa are a direct threat to us now. So I actually feel like they'd probably feel okay with him going back to Villa. And then the other plus is that it's a loan. So the loan could work quite well for Villa. We've seen that we've been able to attack that market with Asensio and Rashford, etc. So there's more fors than against. And that then leads me to, and I've probably flip-flopped on here before and said I would never have him back. But I think I actually would have him back now. I would have him back because I think the system would work for him. There's a position there. If Jacob Ramsey or if Rodgers was on the left and they'd locked it in and there was nowhere for him to fit in on the left, then I'd probably go, do you know what? We don't need him. But I actually feel like that left-hand side, it needs something. And I actually feel like it could really help. I actually feel like it could really help for everybody going into next season with that added little bit of an edge, sort of Grealish taking a bit of pressure off everything else. And I'm not saying put the pressure back on him, but I'm just saying that like little bit of a vibe about him back could actually help Villa. So, and again, big time, he's won things. Let him step up in games. Let him be confident. Let him get his vibe back. So personally, for me, I would have him back. I think the positives outweigh the negatives. So I really wanted to do this like opinion piece on whether he could work, whether he couldn't, whether he could fit in. What are we getting? I actually still don't know what we'd be getting. But I actually still, I actually still don't know whether that move has been a success. I find it really odd. You know me, guys. I absolutely love talking about footballers and players and footballers, and I'll always say that sometimes there's more to football than the numbers, but these numbers have not been great at all. First season, 6 goals, 10 assists. That was for Villa, weren't it? Was that for Villa? No, it was for Man City. And then we've got another season, 7.07. Sofa scored 3 goals. No, I actually think that season's for Villa, isn't it? 2021 is Villa. I think that's Villa. 2021, that's Villa, that is. So his first season, he only got 3 goals, 3 assists. Then the season after that, he got 5 goals, 7 assists. Next season, 3 goals, 1 assist. And then 24-25, which was the season just gone, 1 goal, 1 assist. So those numbers there, guys, are not great, are they? When we're looking at Villa's numbers far outweigh what Man City's numbers were. Yeah, so those were Villa numbers, actually. The first time I showed you that, those were Villa numbers. So he's had 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's had 4 seasons at Man City. 4 seasons at Man City, and that first one was Villa. Oh, you can see the numbers here actually better. So we had a Villa season, 19-20. We had 10 goals, 7 assists. 18-19, 6 goals, 7 assists. The one before that, 7 goals, 10 assists. And then we yet to really get those numbers again within the actual Premier League numbers as well. So, yeah, I'm happy to have him back. Whether we are actually in the market for him, I know there's an article doing the rounds at the minute, and his family was saying that we're really disappointed with the welcome that he got last time. And I'll have him back, and I don't boo him at the Villa, but I'm happy giving him a tough time. I'm happy sort of seeing fans get on his back a bit, because we support Villa. We wanted to make that game as difficult as possible. So, yeah, like make the day uncomfortable for him. Why should we make it easy for him? I remember that game near Christmas, and he was shooting from everywhere, and he wanted to score. Do you know what I mean? So we're not going to just praise every shot he has. So we made it really difficult for him, and we ended up winning. And that important win was able to get us Europa League. So yeah, I think they've just got to understand that he's going to get some stick, because he's an opposition player. He's not a Villa player anymore. So it will be really interesting to see what you guys say at home. So remember, Grealish yes or Grealish no in the hashtag. Put that in there, and just offer your thoughts of where you're at. Do you think he could work at Villa? Do you think he couldn't? So it'll be really interesting to see what you guys say. So I really wanted to just do this opinion piece, because I actually feel like after this transfer window, for me, I don't really think that there is an option for him to come back. I think we'll have gone too far past it. So Villa fans, let me know your thoughts. Thank you, and up the Villa.